Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Knit Chat Cafe. My name is Noelle, and this is my friend
Kelly.
And we are a mostly knitting podcast coming to you from southwestern Ontario, Canada, where it is still snowing. I know there's a lot of people talking in the chat, but you know what? We're knitters.
There's flurries out there now.
Let's just look at it as another day that we get to wear our winter knitwear. So I haven't even thought about knitting for summer yet because it's just cold.
Oh, I think about it, but I'm not ready to do it yet.
Anyway, I see a lot of people here, even some from Australia, are saying that they've got some cool weather. BC's got sunny and bright. Well, it was nice and bright today, just chilly.
Hey, can I just say BC is always sunny and bright when Kelly is not in it? Okay, that's what I have to say.
Well, then I'm pretty sure they don't want you back, Kelly.
I'm starting to take it personal. Yes.
So, anyway, thank you so much for joining us here. We're happy to be here. We've got lots going on tonight. As I'm sure you saw from the beginning, we've got a special guest that's going to be on here shortly. And we also have Knit City Toronto to tell you about. And wow, I mean, inspiration all weekend. That's all I can say. It's like, yes. I just can't believe that it could be so many new yarns, so many new things coming out, and we want to make them all.
We do. Sue was telling me to come to the Okanagan. It is sunny. Sue, if I got on a plane and I came to the Okanagan, I would bring the rain with me. Don't you worry.
Anyway, and later this week, it's supposed to be nice again. It's supposed to be up to like 17 or something. So, you know, we're just in that time in between. So
yeah, we did have a nice day on, was it Saturday? It was really nice. I was outside in a t-shirt working in the backyard most of the day. So we had a nice day, and I think it was 20 degrees. And then the next day it was 0. So that's how it rolls here. Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, it is what it is. You know, we have different weather everywhere. Everybody's not the same. You know, here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're coming into our spring and summer, whereas the Southern Hemisphere, they're going into their fall and their winter. So, you know, we just look at different knitting seasons. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay. So we've got a lot to go through tonight. We've got a lot of stuff going on, so we should get started.
Yes.
So there was only one question that I had last week, and that was, I think, Kelly, you talked about one time how to do lap over your split hem. So someone was wondering if you could explain how you did that.
Yes, I could, if you'd given me a minute's notice so I could think about it. I know that it was 4 stitches. Okay. I know it's 4 stitches, and I know that I went into detail on my Ravelry page about it. I'm trying to think, and I know that I overlapped the front over the back. I like the way that profile looks. So literally, how would I have set that up on my needles? Can I answer that?
We'll just answer it next week, or I will send you that. I just saw that message today. It wasn't in there before, but I'll send it to you and you can address it. So,
all right, let's table that for me to look back into, because that was a while ago that I did that. It was on the vest that I did, the Vitra vest, and that's at least 2 years ago. So I'd have to put some brain power into how I set that up. But yeah, I can do that.
Okay. So maybe we should get into some admin then, because we had some Makealongs that finished up.
Yes.
And so first of all, we had our sock make along that we have going on all year, and we came to the end of March. So we've got some prizes for March. So we'll go into those first.
Okay. So do you want to, let me see here. Let me get in there. All right. So we always do two prizes, and first one is for a pattern. Second one is for yarn. And I went in today to do the draw. There were 1,022 pairs in there as of the end of March, which is great. Fantastic. And okay, so the pattern comes from Natalie, who is Remembrances. I just lost my note. Remembrances _ Natalie Sheldon. And she has some beautiful colorwork patterns for both socks and some sweaters, and some little like Christmas balls and different things in there. So you can go in and choose a pattern of your choice for that. Oh, what just happened there? Okay, here we go.
That's not. Yeah, I can't get my screen to move.
Okay, stop pushing buttons. There we go. This was the
Okay.
here. So the number that the generator chose was number 891, and that is Amber, who is Book Dragon 92 on Ravelry. So congratulations. That's a very nice looking pair of short socks there. I like the cables up the front, and I actually think maybe it's an umbrella toe because I can see the like curving stitches. Which is a toe that never have I ever done, by the way. I have never done an umbrella toe. You've done one, right?
Yeah, I've done one. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of fun because your increases are spaced evenly around. So you're almost sort of doing it like you do the crown of a hat.
Of a hat, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. And then, so we'll put that away and we'll go back here. So the second one is for yarn and have the most beautiful skein of yarn as a prize this month. So while we were away, we ran into Chantal, who is Gillen Yarns. Look at
pretty,
this.
So pretty.
This is like a glorious shade of spring, summery sock. I love this colorway. This is her 75-25 sock. It is absolutely dreamy, soft, squishy, and her color sense. So I really encourage you. I'm going to put that name back up there again, Gillen Yarns. She is a beautiful dyer, and we may have bought a few things there too. But anyway, so this is the sock yarn prize for this month, and I'll put up the winner. The yarn winner is, oops, sorry, Noelle, is Marie, who is M. Flig. I'm not sure what if there's a pronunciation of that name or it's just a culmination of some letters that she goes by, but she was number 896. So the random generator chose 891 and 896, like super close numbers this month, but she's got a lovely pair of socks there. It looks like a self-striping yarn. I really like the pop of navy and the toe and the heel. Very nice. So we're going to do the other make along, and then we will give you the instructions on how to get in touch with us to claim your prizes. Okay.
So our other make along that we had going on was our Never Have I Ever. So for this make along, you had to make something that incorporated a technique or a skill or something that you had never done before. So it could have been maybe like you've never worked. We had said that would be okay if it was you had never worked with an unspun yarn before. Or maybe you've never done, we just saw an umbrella toe. Maybe you've never done an umbrella toe before. Or some type of new technique, whether it be brioche or color work or mosaic. And we had quite a few entries. So nice to see lots of people trying out new things. And
we had 164 entries, and brioche was probably one of the most reoccurring things that people had not tried before, and they tried it, and there were a lot of people had success with it and said, hey, it wasn't as scary as I thought it was. Right. That was kind of a resounding comment. Something else that was in there was color work. A lot of people hadn't done color work either in socks or on a project, so that was in there as well. I saw different types of heels, different types of toes if they were working on socks, and also a lot of mosaic, which ties into the winner. So I will pull up the winner right now. And the winner was lucky number 9, who is Joy, the Knitting Chick 2 on Ravelry. And she made a mosaic cowl, which at first when I saw it, I thought it was the mosaic cowl that I'm working on, but it's not, but it's very similar. But she did a great job.
I know I've seen that one, but I can't think of the name of it. It's very pretty.
It's very pretty. And it looks like she chose absolutely perfect yarns to really showcase the pattern as well. So I just want to say like a huge thank you. We didn't know how this make along was going to pan out. We didn't know if people get on board with this, but I think you did. And I think we would do this one again, because it became sort of a little theme that we had too, even when we were talking with our friends, where it would be just like little things maybe sometimes that we hadn't done before. I'm like, well, never have I ever done that. And now I have. And it's really fun to challenge yourself. And when you know other people are doing it as well, somehow that makes it easier. And dare I say, a little more fun, and, just throw caution to the wind and dive into a technique. So anyway, thank you everybody for participating in that. We had a lot of fun. And even though the make along is over, I encourage you, even if you didn't enter, go into that thread. You can still see all of the entries and have a look at what everybody did. I'm so proud of all of you for the new things that you tried in the last 2 months.
Okay, and we have lots of people chiming in here saying that that is the grid gambit cowl.
Oh, yes. Yes,
so
yes.
I recognized it, but I just couldn't think of the name of it. Well, it is beautiful and an amazing job done on it. And isn't mosaic fun? Like mosaic is.
It is. It's so fun.
You kind of get in a rhythm and it just flows off your needles.
Yes.
So, but congratulations to all of our winners. So if you have won a prize, you can contact us at knitsandpiecespodcast@gmail.com. If you've won a pattern prize, I will give you a code that you can go in and choose the pattern that you would like. And if you've won a physical prize, we need your name, your mailing address, and your phone number. So, and by your name, I mean not just your YouTube name. We need or not your Ravelry name, we need your actual real name to put it in the mail. So,
although I don't know, maybe, yes, maybe Joy would like to get some mail to the Knitting Chick too, right? So. Anyway. I'm sure the post person would get a good chuckle out of that, if nothing else, right?
Yep. And congratulations to our winners, and thank you everybody for participating. It's so nice to see that the enthusiasm in trying new things.
I didn't show Joy what she's winning.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Joy.
Okay, Joy. This is what you're winning. Really excited about this too. We have a lovely set of yarn. This is a custom, one-of-a-kind color. This is the Luxe Silky and the Surrey Silk Fluff. This feels like, I can't even tell you how soft this is. And this is from Deborah at Yarn Indulgences. And let me tell you, her Surrey, I'm in love with her Surrey. I may have several balls of it and some projects on the go, but it's really just beautiful. And this is a really beautiful color. This would make a gorgeous hat. It would even make a lovely shawl or anything else that you might think you might like to make with it. Or you could do things separately with it, but it's a really beautiful package. And this will be coming to you. And thank you, Deborah, for donating this as well. Okay.
Okay. So we should move on. So Nancy is here. So maybe we'll get into talking about the fundraiser that's going on.
Okay.
We'll let Nancy tell you about that.
We will, for sure. Let's bring her in.
Okay. Hi, Nancy.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Congratulations on the release of the, I have to get it right, nip slip. I keep saying slip, nip, but nip slip, the nip slip socks. So say that 3 times fast.
Right. And I can't take credit for that name. That was a friend of mine who says, I think I've got a great name. Do you think you could put slip stitches in? I'm like, I don't know. Let me see.
Yes, it's good. Yes.
Well, it is. Yeah. It's a great pattern. So we'll let you talk about it first, and you can show us your patterns and what you've done. And
yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. I love being on here before. And
for anybody that doesn't know, Nancy Wheeler is Knit Sip Happy. She's got a podcast on YouTube, and she has been designing socks for how long now, Nancy?
Just over 4 years. I started in 2022.
Okay, and this year,
like so much longer. Really, you're my sock guru, and I feel like this is something you've done forever.
Yes, and Nancy's socks are the socks that I'm knitting for Christmas this year. So everybody's getting a pair of now I'm going to say Knit Sip Happy instead.
I think Noelle's already
interchangeable.
Nancy, what do you think?
I have not.
I'll answer to either.
Okay. I'm just going to leave those words out of my vocabulary for the rest of the show. But I've been knitting pairs of Nancy socks for everybody. They are beautiful designs, easy to follow, keep you interested. And this is, I believe, your 4th pattern that you've done for breast cancer research.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take it away, Nancy, and tell us all about it.
Take it away. So let's start at the beginning. The genesis of this was the Tits Up sock, which was never designed to be this. It was never designed to be a breast cancer fundraiser specifically. It was a yarn I'd gotten at Knit City Montreal in 2021, I believe was the first one, 21 or 22. whatever. It's a yarn dyed by Annie Perrin, who doesn't dye anymore, but it was a Marvelous Mrs. Maisel colorway. And I'm a big fan of that show. And one of their favorite sayings in that show is tits up. So when I came up with the cute round motifs to go on this sock, I just thought, and I was already doing fundraisers for the first week of all of my patterns. It's just something I've always done. And I thought, well, let's just do breast cancer. And it had such a great response for, I think it was the most money I'd raised on any of my fundraisers. So then it became a yearly thing. So we started with tits up. Then we moved on to Titty Gaga, which is a completely made up word that came out of my head. I don't know where it came from. But again, you know, really fun circular motifs down the center and some nipples, if you will, down the sides and the back column. These are all cuff down because I still find, as much as I love toe up, cuff down is still the most preferred sock knitting method.
It's also
and
very
then
controversial.
It is.
It's
Yes,
very
it definitely
controversial.
is. And then boobles, we all remember boobles from last year.
Love
We love the boobles. And so that was year 3. And then year 4 this year is nip slip, which is again these wonderful, fun circular motifs done. It's a cable. It's a 5-stitch cable, which sounds like it's going to be really awkward, but it becomes really rhythmic and easy to do. There's video tutorials in all of my patterns if there's anything that's slightly questionable, like, 'cause I like to show you my technique. And then down the side, we've got great ribbing panels to counteract the non-stretchy function of the slip stitch, and the cables all have slightly less stretchy characteristics to the stitches. So having that ribbing panel down the side gives you the stretch to be able to get your foot in the sock and make sure it's a comfortable wear. So yes, it's my 4th year doing this. I've had a really busy couple of days with chatting people on Instagram and Facebook and posting pictures and sharing lots of posts. And it's just, I get messages all the time about people who are knitting it for a mother, a sister, a daughter, a niece, and they knit their love into these patterns that are slightly cheeky and designed to make you smile. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. It's just such a feel good. It's just such a feel good thing for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I have my mammogram on Thursday, so you know we hold the girls in high esteem. We can all get behind supporting a cause that is going to take care of our breasts, right? So it's not a hard cause to support in any way. And your socks are so good, so we're always happy to knit them.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful journey. And just a little plug before we move on to anything else, any other chats. All 4 of these sock patterns are part of the fundraiser, not just nip slip. So if there's any of the other 3 that you don't have, then it's a good time to add them to your Ravelry library, because I'll be donating all of the proceeds to breast cancer research until end of day April 13th, which is usually something like mid-morning on April 14th. Because I like to, when my phone is still binging to say that there's sales still coming in, I'm taking it. Go on a nice round number.
Okay. So that's next Monday, right?
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Kelly and I have knit some of your socks, of your breast cancer socks. So we brought ours to show too, just so we can see, you know, they sometimes look a little bit different if you do them in a different color. And we want to say too that even though I've done them all in like pinky colors, they would look nice in other colors too. They don't just have to be done in pinks.
That's right.
So
mine were actually going to be a bright green this year. And, but then I changed my mind because I was gifted some yarn that just called to me to be the nip slip socks. So I had to put the other one aside. So I have another plan for that. But before we start showing it, Noelle and I wanted to help support the cause too. So we're actually going to give away 2 patterns here tonight. I'm going to pull that screen up because I forgot to preload it. So hold tight, everybody, and make sure I can do this.
Okay, and when you do this, like when you email us, if you've won one of those, if you already have that pattern, it's one of the 4 patterns, you can give us your friend's Ravelry and we'll gift it to one of them. So even if you've already got it, you can still let us know and we can gift it to somebody for you. So,
okay. So the hashtag is boobies. all lowercase, all one word.
And you need
Love it.
And you need to spell it correctly.
Yes, you do need to spell it. Noelle said we should make the hashtag knit sip happy, and I said that will get misspelled.
Ooh.
Okay. I can't even say it.
So we're just going to go with boobies because I think we can all pretty much spell boobies. And so I'm going to leave that up here just for a couple seconds more, and then we'll keep collecting these comments, okay? And then we'll go back to some larger screens here so that we can show you the socks that we've knit. I've knit, the only ones that I've missed were the first ones, the tits up. I've knit all the next three I've knit, and I'm really, really happy with each and every pattern, and I wear them a lot. In fact, the Titty Gagas were probably some of my most worn ones until this one. I think this one might outwear with this one. I really like this year's pattern too. So, okay. So keep typing in. You only need to enter it one time. The giveaway tool can only pick it up. Doesn't matter. Like, you can't enter more than once. So just do that. And I'm going to put us all back here to normal size screens. No, I'm going to try there. I think that one's a little bit better. Okay. So do you want to show the ones that you have, Noelle?
Sure. I have done 3 pairs. The only ones that I haven't done are the Titty Gaga. So I've done the tits up, the boobles, and the nip slip.
Yay!
Okay, so these are my Titty Gaga ones. No, they're not. What was the first
tits
one?
Up.
Tits up. These are my tits up ones. So these were done with, and this one's kind of like, they were worn on the weekend. So they don't need washed yet. They can get another wear, but these are done in Sweet Georgia Tough Love Sock in the colorway Rose Day. And then the contrast was Life in the Long Grass, her merino sock in the colorway Jezebel. So, and this is just a beautiful pattern.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're these ones I kept for myself. So I did have that pair for myself. So that's the only ones that I haven't done are the Titty Gaga, which I think you did, Kelly.
Okay, I did. And I've got those ones here. And mine have seen a lot of wear. So they are fresh washed, but I'm telling you, like, I wear them in my Blundstone. So the pink maybe isn't quite as pink as they used to be, but this is the Titty Gaga. And I absolutely love these ones. And this was a Rose Hill yarn set. Was it not, Noelle?
I don't remember.
I think it is. I think this was called Chickadee, something like that, Chickadee. So it has really beautiful color, but look at how gorgeous that pattern is. And it has that nice little detail too down on the heel that I like, that I'm actually putting into my next sock pattern that I'm knitting up, just making up, but I like that little garter detail. And then this was the mini that came with it. So that was the Titty Gaga. So, and then what's the next one that you have, Noelle?
Well, I did the boobles, but I don't have it because I gifted them.
Okay, so, I have boobles.
But I did them in a self-striping, and it worked out. They worked out beautifully in a self-striping because it almost worked out where you had one little row where the colors, so you had a separate little color section for each of the boobles. So they turned out really pretty.
Yeah. Now I need to do my problem is I knit the samples and then I tend not to have them in my actual knitting wardrobe, my sock wardrobe that I wear.
Well, I wouldn't think you'd want to wear your samples, right?
Right. So I've got to reknit them, and I don't have boobles yet. I just reknit Titty Gaga because I didn't have that. So boobles with self-striping, I like that. That might be happening. Yeah.
I knit my boobles in a nude color because I wanted them to be nude boobles, and this was something that was missing from my sock wardrobe, was like a neutral pair of socks. So I thought that, but this was the Barocco vintage sock, and I think like I can see the name. Is it Unicolor?
United. Wasn't it
United? Okay, the little balls, right? The little 25 gram ball.
It was the Catcha United.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was that one or there's another one too.
There's that Unicolor.
Unis, yeah. But anyway, that's what this one is, and I have to say that your technique for doing the baubles in here was a really good one. Baubles are kind of controversial, I find, in knitting too. Some people like them, some people don't like them. These were just like perfectly sized little baubles, and they are only on the leg of the sock as well. And then she's just maintained the sort of checker plate pattern onto the foot. But these are really beautiful, and I wear these ones a lot too. And another great pattern. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like a little perky bauble.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. It was funny. We had a lot of laughs about that because I think Carrie was doing the booble socks too, and we were commenting on the perkiness of each other's boobles at the coffee shop one day. And then
I don't even know if I should talk about how it ended up in conversation here. I had finished the current ones, and I asked for us if he wanted to see my perky boobs.
Did he snap that offer right up?
Pretty much. But he really didn't want to see socks.
Smart man.
Anyway, here they are. I know you all want to see them. So this is this year's current pair. So these are the nip slip socks. And there's the beautiful design that's down the front of them. And that cable, it's really fun to knit. I really enjoy knitting it. Yeah.
It's really fun.
And then the back, you've still got interest on the back and on the sides because you've got that rib detail with the slip stitch. And then the nice contrast color with just a little hint of it at the top, which makes it perfect for a sock set. Because a lot of times you only get a 20-gram mini. And that way, if you just do the little peak at the top, you've got enough for the heel and the toe. So
even if you're a 72, even if you're a 72 stitch knitter, you'll have enough yarn to do it with a 20-gram mini that way.
So they're now ready to be worn. Mine are done in Sorella yarns. This is her nylon sock, and the colorway is, I wrote it down because I knew I wouldn't remember that, Belle Étoile. So which I think is
pretty.
A ballet
pretty
so
star.
it is kind of that ballet pink color. So
okay, and I did mine in actually mine ended up being really similar to yours, Noelle. I didn't start out that way, but the colorway is really similar. And this is a yarn ink combo called Amour, also a French name. Look at this, like there is a theme here, and the color is very subtle, but I really like the pop of color in her mini. It's very vibrant. So I was saying the other day, you know, they're subtle, but they're still spicy. And I like that. So very, very pretty pattern though, as you said. And I also really like the way this pattern goes down the front. I just think this is such a good pattern. Look at that. And they're like so beautifully round, and that slip stitch is really nice too. And this was a really good yarn. This was gifted to me. And I still had, by the way, I still have this much left. I did a 64 stitch sock, and I still had this much left in my mini, and I still have all of that in my main. So you would think that you would use quite a bit more yarn with all of those cables, but no. And somebody else in here too hit it right on the head when they said this, because we say this always about Nancy's patterns. She says they're simple, but they're so much more interesting than vanilla. And I don't know how, Nancy, you keep coming up with these patterns, but they are quite easy to memorize quickly and then almost potato chippy, but they look so detailed. So you just make sock knitters look really, really good because the patterns look so detailed, and somebody would think, oh, you know, that must be really hard to do, but you've really honed in on how easy it is to make a beautiful sock. So yeah, thank you for that too.
A pleasure. Like if I don't like knitting it, when I start knitting up a sample, when I start charting and working on my Franken sock that I have, I'm just playing with things. If I don't like it, it goes right off. If I don't enjoy the knitting experience, we're not going on because I'm going to be knitting this several times, and I have to enjoy it and be enthusiastic about it and love it as well. So it doesn't work otherwise. But yeah, those rhythmic textures, you know, Freddie Beach, I know you've been doing that one, Noelle. That is still one of my favorites, and I do have a soft spot for that one. That's where my son-in-law proposed to my daughter on that bridge. We spend a lot of time in around that area when I'm in Fredericton visiting, you know, so there's emotional attachments to them as well as the joy of knitting the sock. It's, you know, it's just, socks for me are my desert island knit. If I could knit nothing else, it would be finger and weight socks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I always have at least one pair of socks on me because you can just take them anywhere.
Yes.
And especially when it's a pattern, like honestly, Nancy, I take yours to the coffee shop a lot because I can remember the pattern without having to look at anything.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yay!
yeah.
Exactly.
And I don't really like doing just plain socks,
No.
like just
And
knitting round and round. So
yeah, I love knitting a sleeve. I love knitting a sleeve, like a round and round sleeve. It's vanilla. It doesn't bother me. But a round and round on a plain sock, I lose the will to live and end up on Instagram scrolling and not knitting. So I don't know what the difference is in the vanilla, but yeah.
There's lots of people here in the chat that are saying how many of your socks that they've knit and how many patterns they have. Sue has 4 of your socks on the go right now. So it's definitely well-loved patterns. And every pair that I've made of yours are regularly in my sock rotation. So very, very good socks.
Yeah.
And I know the, what was the last, was it the Mountain's Edge where we had to, was that the one? That was a toe up, was it not? The Mountain's Edge?
No, cuff down, Mountain's Edge.
Okay, what is the one that I did then that was toe up and we had to measure the foot before we started to heel?
Was it Froze Shorties?
Oh, maybe it was. No, I don't think I did those ones though. I know Noelle did.
I did 2 pairs of them, but I can't remember.
Yeah, Wintry Woods, Dune Grass.
Woods, I know was toe up.
And Froze, and then Wild Geese. Wild Geese DK.
That's it. Yes. And I thought, okay, well, I've never have I ever done a sock this way and gone by the measurements, but I trusted your measurements, and I'll tell you, the socks fit perfectly. You definitely know your way around a sock pattern.
There's something about that toe up. That gusset is a little bit longer, and I find the fit is better on that toe up heel flap and gusset than it is even on the cuff down.
Mm-hmm.
And I the only thing I can figure is there's about, for my length of foot, it's about a ½ an inch extra on the gusset from where the increases start comparing to where the increases stop on the gusset going cuff down.
But isn't that where you sort of like where you start to work on that when you're doing toe up, that it makes the front of the sock look really short?
Yes.
Because I know when I did it, I didn't trust it, and I thought, no way, this is way too short. So I added more. I had to give them away because they didn't fit me.
Trust me, Noelle.
Well, luckily I have lots of people in my life with bigger feet than me, so it worked out okay. But it doesn't look short, especially when you've got a short foot to start with.
Yes,
it looks
100%.
short, but
yeah.
Anyway.
And Tracy's in here with the hashtag toe up sock squad because I know she likes a toe up sock too.
Yeah, and Leanne Nitty Stew is the main reason my Wintry Woods is one of my best-selling patterns, because she talked about it on her podcast and she is a big fan. And hashtag knitting friends are the best.
Well, and it's toe up. It's better yarn management, because if you want to use all of it, you can do that. It's a lot harder when you're doing top down because you don't know how much you're going to need when you get to the foot. But if you're going toe up, you can just make the leg then as long as you've got yarn for.
Yeah. And that was the joy of it with the DK, with the Wild Geese DK, because with DK yarn, it knits up fast, but that yarn also disappears pretty quickly once you've gotten up on that leg.
Yeah, it really does. And I sort of doubted whether I would get too much wear out of those. I did them because I wanted to do them, but I thought I'm probably not going to wear those. I have to say I do. I wear those a lot. I thought they'd be too thick for regular shoes. So like maybe in a runner, they would be too tight. But as for like my Blundstone boots and things like that, they still fit perfectly. And I do get a lot of wear out of them. I'm surprised. So
I have a pair on my needles now in the Drops Fiesta, because you had done them in the Drops
Yes,
Fiesta.
that's what I did.
And I had bought Drops Fiesta, and I'm like, I've got to knit some Wild Geese DK. So that's on my needles now.
Yeah, fun.
Okay.
Well, I think we've got all of it.
I want to ask you one more question. How do you come up with your ideas?
I have various stitch dictionaries. For nip slip, it was all about I needed a round cable, a round motif. I wanted perky boobs. I wanted perky round boobs. I already know what next year is going to be, and they are not going to be perky boobs.
I don't know if you haven't knit this pattern yet.
No.
The droopy boob squad. Yay. She was even
We're all there.
anatomically correct in these though, because I don't know, it doesn't really always show up, but I'm going to do a close up in here. You can see she's got one perfectly placed little purl stitch right in the middle of every one of those round boobs. So
Yes, well,
she did a really good job.
That's the knit slip. That's the knit part of it.
Yep, that's the knit part of it for sure.
So fun. So yeah,
Sharon
Stitch
is saying, are
Dictionaries.
they post-menopause boobs? She's questioning. Will they be post-menopause?
They will be next year. They will be next year. We're going more age appropriate.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if my feet are long enough to get that shape in.
There'll be some scale involved.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to bring the giveaway back up, and we'll go through that. Just see. I'm going to try to. Where did it go? There we are. You added it? Okay.
I did. I don't know what's going on tonight with the with the controls.
Okay, we have 168 entries, and we're going to draw 2. So I'll do the first one.
Juju Needlewise.
Juju Needlewise. Okay.
I like that.
Congratulations
That's a good name.
to Juju. It is a good name.
Another thing that you're struggling to say tonight.
I thought I got it correct. Maybe it's
I think you did.
It could be you.
Okay, hang tight. I'm going to hit it again. Yep.
Okay.
Sharon says hers are perky if she stands on her head.
There you go. Yeah, but I can't stand on my head.
Okay, Heather's a win. 3447. Okay.
Okay, so congratulations to both of our winners, to Juju Needlewise and to Heather Sawin 3447. You can contact us at knitsandpiecespodcast@gmail.com, and we will get a pattern. You can choose one of the 4 patterns because all of the 4 patterns are included in the fundraiser. So that is the Tits Up, the Titty Gaga, the Boobles, and the Nip Slip Socks. So
look at you go. You did it.
You can choose your favorite. And for everybody, remember the patterns are, all the proceeds from them are going to breast cancer until the afternoon. No, till April 13th. What time did you say on April 13th?
Midnight, April 13th.
Midnight. Okay. Midnight, April 13th, Atlantic time.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Formally, but yeah, like I said, I usually wait to get a nice round number on the day after. Because I'm the boss and I can do that.
That's right.
Right.
And so
we tend to do the same thing on ours as well. So
yeah. If anybody's like even thinking about doing them, try Nancy socks because they will make you look amazing. Like you can knit anything. They look a lot more complicated than they are, and they're very satisfying to knit. So that's all I can say. I'm enjoying this year so much, Nancy. I am so far ahead of schedule for my pairs.
She is, Nancy. She's way ahead.
Like this.
Yay.
Well, these ones are actually going away for me for Christmas because these are going to be my pair. This is one of the first years that my pair is done.
I was about to say, you never do that.
I know.
That's a huge testimonial.
I'm like,
Noelle knit her socks in March.
That's right. That's right. And I'm almost done pair number 5 for the year. So I'm pretty happy with that. So
amazing.
Great.
But
I just want to say thank you so much for the support. And I hop on here sometimes live, sometimes the day after, depending on my work schedule. And the support, and to hear my name, and Brad's like, my husband will be sitting there, he's like, are they talking about you? Yes, they are. Well, it's a thrill every single time.
We missed you at Knit City.
We did. We missed you for sure.
So next year.
Next.
But you've got some festivals coming up that you're going to, right?
Yes.
One in June.
Yes. We're hosting Atlantic Yarn Fiber June 13th and 14th in Shediac, New Brunswick. There's 4 of us. It's Manon, La Violette Knits, Cozy Meadow Knits, Sophie, Deborah from Yarn Indulgences, and I. We're a 4-person a 4-person team, and we're running our second event in June 13th and 14th, and we're expanding. So it's going to be much bigger. We're going to have classes. So we are busy behind the scenes getting that all ready to go. And
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It's exciting.
Okay.
what's nicer than to be by the sea in or by the water in June?
Yep.
Mhm.
Knitting.
Yeah, Sophie's in here now. I know. We're Sophie, I would love to. I know Leanne is coming, right? She was pretty excited about that. And one of these years we'll get there. We
One
will.
of these
We'll get
years.
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
well,
not going anywhere.
No, before we let you go, can
Yeah.
we talk about what you're wearing? Because we'll do that now. And
Yeah.
you might as well tell us what you're wearing too.
I am wearing my Stockholm slipover
Very nice.
by Pieces KnitChat round neck version in a discontinued mohair shibui and a discontinued yarn. But it was kind of a nice pinky color, and it's best season. It's we're finally starting to get some warmth on the East Coast, and it feels like it might be best weather.
I do love
Well,
a good vest.
Yes. It's still a little chilly here for today anyway. I mean, we're hoping it'll be warmer by the end of the week, but today was still pretty chilly. But
Well, it was only +4, but the sun was out, and that's the first time we've seen the sun in about 5 days. So
Yes.
yeah,
we've had a mess of freezing rain and ice pellets instead. It's just
yeah,
I'm over it. Over it.
Yeah, the sun makes a big difference for sure.
yeah,
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
Okay. What are you wearing, Noelle?
I am wearing sorry Nordland's turtle dove pullover, and I have pictures which I cannot pull up because my screen is frozen on the pictures.
Oh, well, let me.
Can you go in and scroll down?
Yeah, I can, absolutely.
So I think they're towards the bottom. Anyway, this is done in Camellia Fiber Company Sylvan Fingering, which is a blend of alpaca, silk, and cashmere held with Knitting for Olives silk mohair in the colorway Ballerina. And I love the yarn. I enjoyed this pattern, like the pattern stitch, I guess the what do you call it? The stitch texture, whatever it is, so much. I loved knitting it. I know she's got the turtle dove shawl that you've done, Kelly, and I would do it just because I love knitting the pattern of it so much. Like I was sorry for it to be done. And the only changes, I made very few changes. The only changes that I did make were at the sleeve and at the bottom of the hem, because I like my ribbing to be done on really tight needles. So what I've started doing now on mostly all of my sweaters is increasing before I get to that rib. And I believe from the research that I've done, you should increase about 10% of your stitches. Then you can go down to your smaller needles and you'll still get that nice, really tight look on the rib, but it won't cinch in the way it does if you like do the number of stitches that are on your body and then you go to the smaller needle. So but you got to remember too, if you do that, you've got to take into consideration that is going to increase the yarn quantity that you need. So you may still have enough because it's not significant, but if you've got a pattern that's got quite a long rib, then that is quite a bit more. And if you're close to the end of your yarn, you may not have enough yarn to do that. But I really like the look that it gives because your rib doesn't look all stretched out. It's still that nice tight rib, but it gives you just still that straight silhouette where it doesn't cinch in. So
that's a good idea.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm wearing the Sheep Camp sweater by Jennifer Berg. I knit this one using yarn that Noelle brought back from New Zealand, which is the Skeins Southlander Sport, and the Spin Cycle dyed in the wool. And this is the Knitting Loft colorway, which is called After Midnight. And I really like this sweater. I like this sweater so much that I knit a second one, which I haven't ever shown on here yet either, but it's a really fun pattern. The color work is really quick and easy to do, and it's quite addictive. Once you get started on it, you don't want to put that color work down. I really liked it. And I used pretty much like right to the wire of that Spin Cycle wool. And I think like 2.6 or 2.7 skeins of the Southlander Sport. And I did do like my traditional 3/4 sleeves, which I try to say I'm getting away from, but then, I finished my Florence sweater last week and I have to go back in and add to that. The sleeves are not long enough. I thought they were fine, but as the day wore on, they kept getting shorter. So, I'm probably
But they weren't on your needles still.
But they were not on my needles.
No.
No, they were actually finished. Yeah, absolutely. So I did get that done, but anyway, yeah. So that's that.
Yeah, that sheep camp is on my list. I keep seeing yours. I keep seeing them out and about and online, and I'm like, that would be amazing with my hand spun.
Yes,
It would. Yeah, and there was a year at Rhinebeck that this was one of the really popular sweaters, and as I walked around, I kept seeing everybody's, and I thought, yeah, that is it's like a striking standout colorwork sweater, and I'm really happy that I've got them as well.
Yeah, and it's a nice pattern to knit because there's none of the repeats that are really far where you have to worry about catching floats.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it is the perfect sweater for hand spun.
Yeah, really, for sure.
So,
lovely.
Okay, well, Nancy, we would really like to thank you for coming on and for your generosity for doing the breast cancer fundraiser and the fundraisers that you do for the release of every new sock. So we've had comments in here saying that, people think that you should charge more for them. And so.
That's right, because it's $5 Canadian, right?
Canadian.
That's
yeah.
right.
So if you're buying it anywhere else other than Australia, New Zealand, or Canada, it's a great price. Here's the thing.
It's a great price here.
It is. But here's the thing. I have a basic framework for a cuff down and a toe up, garter edge heel flap, slip stitch heel flap. The engineering's done. So I'm just inserting motifs, stitch patterns, fun textures, whatever I'm doing. To my mind, I don't think that it's worth that much more than what I'm charging for it. So please don't be, I'm fine. I'm happy with what I'm charging. Honestly, I get people every year with the boob socks, especially, they want to donate more. So I always say buy patterns for friends, and if they don't, I've got a Ko-fi or Ko-fi or whatever, however that's pronounced, set up in my profile now, so that people can donate a little extra if they don't want to keep buying extra patterns. But I know my prices are low, but I think for what the product is, I think it's a fair price. And if you love it and enjoy it, then we're all a winner.
Well, I think it's great that it gives a lot of people the opportunity that may not be able to afford some of the other patterns that are out there that are quite a bit more. So, and you're still getting an absolutely gorgeous sock. So
absolutely. Yes.
Win-win.
Agree.
So, well,
Thanks
you for
having
taking
me
the
again.
time. Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Like I said, I'm sorry that we didn't see you at Knit City, Toronto, and hope that we'll be able to see you again soon.
Yes, for sure.
So, okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was nice. And it really, really do encourage you to try one of Nancy's patterns, because they are, they look so much more difficult than what they are. They're beautifully patterned, but they're easy socks to knit out and about. And I mean, if it's got a heel that you don't particularly care for, is not your type of heel, it's easy to like just
swap out one of her other
heel.
ones. Yes,
that's right.
Absolutely.
So
yes. So if Nancy's patterns are a never have you ever, get on that.
Yeah.
Get on that.
So, and like you said, it's, like for us to say that, between Kelly and I, we have knit quite a few of them. And there's not any that I've had any difficulty with, or any that I haven't been pleased with the final result. So, and I know that we sometimes go through and we look at patterns and tell you about patterns. Well, I feel really good talking about these ones because we have knit them. It's a lot harder to go, you can say that you like some pattern, but until you've actually done it, it might look great, but it may not be the easiest pattern in the world to knit. But these ones we can vouch for, and they are very well written patterns. So,
and this pair was actually the first that I've even test knit for Nancy. Usually I'm getting the pattern after it published. So this was my first time in her test group. And although the timing for me wasn't great, I wanted to do it. And I have to say, she has an amazing group of testers. And I don't feel I pulled my weight in it. I was just knitting along, because by the time I was doing it, everybody else had gotten in there and, given any comments or feedback. But there's precious little that ever needs to be adjusted.
Yeah.
But a really friendly group of test knitters. So I just want to say a shout out to them as well, because I had really a lot of fun being part of the group. So thanks for that too.
Okay. Well, we still have a lot to talk about, so we should maybe
move
on.
Let's get on to it. Yes.
Okay. So, Kelly, do you have any finished objects?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Well, the socks that I showed, but then I also finished my Florence sweater. So how many do you have?
I have the socks that I just showed, and then I have 2 other finishes.
Okay, well then you go ahead.
Okay, so my first finish is, I'm gonna, if there's pictures, I'm gonna have to get you to bring them up, because
okay, yeah, I can do that.
I don't know why I don't think that there is for this one, but my first finish is Showered in Rainbows by Stephanie Lotfin. So this was a pattern that Kelly had done before. Yeah. And
I loved.
Here's my finish.
So cute.
So this is a pattern that's kind of done, it's done in pieces where you pick up stitches and go. It's so much fun to knit. This is yarn that I would be showing you as an acquisition, but it's already knit. So this is yarn. This is yarn that we got on the weekend. It was the Knit City weekend, but this was actually at a store in Kitchener or Waterloo?
Waterloo. Called the Flying Squirrel, right?
It's called the Flying Squirrel, and this is Shopple Wool Crazy. So it's their 4-ply sock yarn base, and this colorway is called Camouflage. So there's the back. So you can see it's got that really nice exposed seam down the back, and you kind of knit, how do I remember? You knit these 2 front pieces first.
No, you knit the outside front pieces first.
Oh yeah, you knit each side first, because then you go up so far, and then you split for the sleeves. Do the same on the other side.
Then you picked up and knit across.
And then you you picked up for the sleeves, and you knit across and joined at the back here. So this is the 3 to 6 month size. It took 66 grams of the yarn, and then it's just got these 3 little buttons here, but it's such a cute pattern, and it would be so much fun even to do like in a self-striping yarn, a self-patterning yarn, even in a variegated yarn, because you'd have your whatever the dyeing process would go in different directions, so it would actually really break it up a lot. Yeah, but a lot of fun to knit. So this is for the new baby boy that's coming in May. Who, by the way, I know his name, but I can't tell you. But the parents didn't tell me. Declan told me. Declan's 2.
Oh.
he was patting his mom's tummy, and he was saying the baby's name, and they're going, Declan, no, shh. So anyway, but my lips are sealed. So
yeah. Okay. Oh, me. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I finished my Florence sweater, and I wanted to wear this to Knit City, and I did, and I wanted to wear it on Saturday, and I finished it Friday night about midnight, because that's how I roll. Oh, you pulled up the banner. Thank you. So here it is. It's done. And the only thing I haven't done, ends are all woven in, but I just realized when I pulled it down here tonight, I still have a stitch marker. I usually put I always sew a button onto the backs of my sweaters as a tiny little one, so I know which is the back. And so that's all I have to do. So lucky I'm down here with it, because it's going to stay down here till I put that little button on. But there you go. So finished. Oh, and it's a little bit wrinkled from the suitcase, but I'm really happy with this. I'm happy with every bit of this. I love the yarn that I used is the Cascade 220 Sport, which is a non-superwash Peruvian Highland wool. It's a 2-ply. It feels fantastic in your hands to work with for color work. And then the color work was the Junction Fiber Mill Making Tracks Light. And this is Aurora. Was it Aurora Borealis? I think. Gosh, so. I just finished it. But anyway, it's really, really pretty. I don't even have finished photos of it yet, but I do have I thought I had more pictures of us in our Florence sweaters from Knit City, and this was the only one that I could find. So, and there's only 3 of us in here. We had other pictures where there were more of us because a few of us, or quite a few of us, did the sweater. But I will show you. There's Amy and Noelle and I, and it's amazing how different the sweater looks depending on how you either use the different colors or the color placement, because I think you and Amy have the same junction
contrast.
fiber mill skein.
Yeah.
Yes. So, which was zinnia, I think, right? Yep. And yep. It's just really lovely to work with. Really, really lovely. I would buy this yarn again. As far as doing the color work with it, it just felt so good in the hand. So highly recommend. And I'm really happy with the pattern. This was the first sweater that I had done by Eleanor Mortensen. You've done a few, I think.
Yeah, I've done a few. Yeah, her patterns are very well written, and
really happy with her as a designer. Yes. So, okay.
Okay, so my next finish is another Tolsta Tee by Rebecca Clow. So this is, I had done a sample for Little Red Mitten in the Morning Glory colorway with the Jolynn colors in it. So this one is one that I picked up the kit and I did one for me. So this one is parchment with jewel tones. So there's the finish, and I've got a couple of pictures. Those ones I think I can reach. So it's so much fun to knit. Like anytime you knit something striped, like you just want to get to the next stripe. So it's really easy to keep going on it. So the colors in this, like I said, the main color is parchment, and then the other color is just a lot of their minis. So I can go down. The really dark purple is Ominous. The next one is Vixen. This one is Cider. This one is Straw into Gold. This one is Spruce. And then this one is King's Treasure. And they work beautifully together. It takes so little of the contrast colors. Like there was 6 minis, but it takes so little of them that I have enough of the minis left to do another sweater. And this size, I did size 2 for me. And I did this on a 3.25 millimeter needle. And I only used, of the main color, I think it was like about 125 grams of the yarn, of the main color yarn.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like it is cropped. So you can see on mine, I actually only go down to the green. On the other sample that I did, I went into the next color. Like I used all 6 colors twice, but for me, I didn't need to do that. I could finish it a little bit shorter. And then the only other difference I made, I started the neck because I'm not really sure that this parchment color is the greatest against my skin. So I kind of wanted to put something, a little bit of the color up close to my neck. So up at the top of the neck, I put the Cider colorway and just put a little bit of that around the top of the neck. And then I did the same thing when I got to the hem down here. I actually increased stitches across the bottom before I did the rib, so that rib I'd still get the tightness of the knit one purl one rib, but it doesn't cinch in at the bottom. It still gives the sweater still hangs nice at the hem of the sweater. So and this Tolsta pattern, I could knit these. It's just so much fun to knit. I love the shaping, the way this raglan shaped. It fits really nicely.
Yes,
and you can do anything you want as far as putting designs into the sweater. So this one is done with 9 rows of the main color and then 3 rows of the contrast. But you could have done, like, if you wanted to use less of the main, you could do like 7 or 8 rows of the main color and then do your stripes thicker, like do 5 rows of the stripes. So even if you were trying to stretch your yarn, if you had the minis and you were trying to stretch your main, there's lots of ways to do that. So, but yeah, fun sweater to knit. Tolsta comes in both fingering weight and DK weight. So this is the fingering weight version of it. I have done the DK weight as well, and both are fun to do. So, and
she has options in her pattern as well. When you get that pattern, you get a long sleeve option, a short sleeve option. Is the vest actually in there? I'm trying to think now. Or did she do
I think there's another pattern called the Tolsta Tank.
Right. Okay. Right. And that one has a lot of options, but you can, I've done the Tolsta. I used Drops Bell, and I actually added some eyelet rows in there. So there's lots of different options. And Okay, so Sue said that she looked for the kits. So there were kits from the Little Red Mitten that we were selling at Knit City. And I don't know, do they still have those kits in the store?
I looked online tonight. You could look again. I'm not sure. I looked online tonight and I didn't see any left. I know they did after Knit City have pre-order up for them, but I don't know. You'd have to contact them. I don't know whether they've got any of them left or not. I didn't see them on the website. So
it was a hot ticket at the show.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of people buying them.
And they had that colorway. They had the
Morning Glory,
the one with the Morning Glory with the different colors in it. I think they also had the Meredith, which is their kind of medium gray color. They had that with some contrast in it.
They had one with the neons as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So
and it is, if you do find it on either of their sites, on either Leo and Roxy or on Little Red Mitten, Julia's right. It is called the Minis Go Big. Mini Skeins Go Big.
Go Big. Yeah. The Mini Skein shawl set.
So, but even if you've got like, you know, I know sometimes we go into a booth and we're all into the color and we buy mini skein sets and then we don't know what to do
and
with
you don't
them.
know what to do with them. Yes.
That's right. So there's a perfect project for mini skeins. So
yeah, this is what you would be looking for. I'm using my mouse, which none of you can see. I realize that, but it's the basic Mini Skeins Go Big. And that has the two mains with the little pack of minis. And that's what we'll do. That's what they were using to kit up for Knit City for the sweater. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any works in progress?
I do. I have a couple.
Okay.
Just wanted to answer this too. Somebody asking about the Cascade 220 Sport. If we found a store in Canada, we did find a store in Canada that sells a limited color range. Other than that, I know that we both bought ours, and so did a bunch of our friends when we were in Chicago last summer. It's not readily available in Canada, and I think that's too bad because I really enjoyed working with it. But you'll just have to keep doing a search. I know there were a few stores. I can't even think of the name.
I think it was Sue Two Knits. Sue Two Knits.
Sue Two Knits, yes.
But I think Carrie bought it all and there wasn't any left on it. So, but you can check it out. The last time I looked, they only had a few skeins of like maybe 2 colors left or something.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
and we went, Noelle and I and Heather went to the Galt House of Yarn the day before we went to Knit City too. And they had a lot of Cascade, but they didn't have it there either. So, because I did look there as well. So, okay. All right. Whips.
Okay.
How many did you say you have?
I have 5.
Okay, then you better start. I've only got 3.
Okay, so we were talking earlier about Nancy's patterns, and my next whip is another pattern by Nancy Wheeler, and this one is the Freddie Beach socks. So these, I've got one done, and I absolutely love this pattern. So this pattern, I haven't sewn my ends in yet. I was knitting it in the car, and I got to the point where it was cast off, and I was studying the new one, but I wasn't going to sew in ends in the car. So this yarn is Murky Depths Deep Sock in the colorway Uluru, which is a reference to a rock in Australia that was formerly called Ayers Rock, but is now the indigenous name is Uluru. Anyway, and it does kind of look like that. It's got like that, when the sun shines on it, it's got all those oranges and things in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that's the main color. And then the color for the heel and the toe is Firefly Haven, their Maven sock, and that is Pam. And Pam was at Knit City, Toronto. She's got gorgeous colors, and this colorway is called Harvest Dark. So the first sock is done, and then I have started on the second sock.
Yeah.
And this is, like I said, I'm saving this for my coffee shop knitting because the pattern's easy enough that I can remember it. So I don't need to take a pattern with me. I know how many of these repeats I have to do. So it makes it easy to take with me to knit when I'm out and about.
Can you pull up your finished one again?
Yeah.
When you look at that, at the bottom of the foot, where it's just showing you the stockinette, you could never picture that yarn would look the way it does. It's a beautiful looking sock.
So those are a pair that, okay, so it's pronounced Uluru.
Uluru.
Okay. So that is a pair. This is a 72 stitch pair. So it's going to be for one of the guys at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully by next time we podcast, I will have that second sock done and I'll be 5 pairs done. So
yes. Very good. Okay. I just cast this on. I was going to be going in the car today, and then that fell through. So I thought, I need to have something that I can work on that is just basic car knitting. And when I was out west last time, I had gone to a fiber show in Surrey, and I bought this beautiful yarn, which is by the Dandy Dough. And this is their Silky Yak sock. So Noreen was thinking that it was similar to the Camellia Fiber Co. that we bought when we were at Flock last August in Seattle. And it's a little bit different. It has the same 3 components, but in different percentages. So Camellia Fiber Co. is 80% merino, 10% silk, 10% yak. And this sock is actually 60% merino, 20% yak, and 20% silk. So a little bit more, less merino and more of the exotics, I guess we'll call them. And so I bought this, and this is the colorway Twilight Cove. It's a really beautiful, it's showing definitely blue
very
on
pretty.
here, but it's more
like a teal.
Teal, yeah.
Okay.
So then when we went to the Galt House of Yarn, okay, so I had made these socks a while. So this was this, get my thoughts collected here. This was the socks that I had made from the Camellia Fiber Co., which is the CFC vintage socks. And so it's just like a basic 3x1 sock, like nothing revolutionary about the sock, but then holding mohair just in certain segments to get kind of a marled mohair look. And really happy with the way this turned out. And I love these socks. They're gorgeous. So I thought I want to pair something. So a mohair that I haven't tried yet, in fact, yarn that I haven't tried yet is the Ficalana. And this is the Tilia. And again, it's showing blue on screen, but it's definitely a turquoise. Definitely a turquoise. And I thought that this would pair really well together. So I put this on needles because I thought I was going to be going in the car today and then I wasn't. And I've got the first stripe knitted in just so you can see how that's going to look.
Oh, pretty. Mm-hmm.
Now, I will admit, it doesn't seem to have as much pop when you use a dark base with the light mohair as I thought it did when I used the light base with the darker mohair. This to me almost looks like it could be just like a cream colored or a white mohair. It's not really showing me the teal, but I've also got a very small sample size here to look at. So possibly by the time I finish the whole sock, I will feel differently about it. I still think it's beautiful. And the fabric of this Dandy Dough yarn is really, really lovely. So, and this also, I will say, this is a really soft, beautiful mohair. I am really happy with the mohair. And I think, now that I know where to get it, I will definitely be.
It's nice mohair.
I really like it. And I also have it living here in this cute little bag that Carrie gave us, trying to get my sheep together. And I think that's perfect because the colors match. And I love a project where everything goes together. So.
Well, that's funny because look.
Exactly.
So this is the bag that Carrie gave me, and it goes perfectly with and I'm moving them in the wrong direction. It goes perfectly with my sock.
Yeah.
So it's like she knew us or something.
Like she knew us. I know, right? And then Leanna saying that she's never tried Tilia either. And no, neither have I. And the Galt House of Yarn had pretty much, I think, the full line of Ficalana.
They had beautiful colors.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous colors. So again, now that I know where to get it, I really liked it. So anxious to see what this sock works up to, but there's not going to be a lot of work. This is not like a high high profile project. This is just literally something for the coffee shop or something when I am in a car, just so I can knit mindlessly. Okay.
Okay, so my next work in progress is something else for the baby, and it is the, okay, I know that I've done this pattern before. So Tyrrell Tunge newborn onesie. Okay, you can just read it. This is what it is. Unfortunately, it does not look like this pattern is available anymore. I already had this pattern. It's still showing on Ravelry, but doesn't show a way to purchase it. Yes. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so in this version, and I did this one back for Mackenzie, but it looks like, I think that the name is in reference to the design on the front, which looks like little flowers. But because this is for a boy, and even though boys could have flowers, I decided to change just the pattern in that middle inset, just change it up just a little bit. So I've just got it started, and I've just changed it to like a little, it's just a little texture pattern, but it's not a flower. So it's kind of like a little cable that goes in and out. Okay, this is the way this goes. This is, I'm doing the size 0 to 3 months in it. So it really is basically just a newborn, but it's got those beautiful cables that go down the side. This crosses over. So you have buttons that go down the outside, and then it does have 3 buttons at the crotch too, so that you can open it up easily for diaper changes. I am going to do it long sleeve because the baby is due at the beginning of May, which can still be quite chilly. But this yarn is Drops Saffron. So it's SAFRAN, which is 100% cotton. They call it a sport weight yarn, but I really think it's more like a fingering weight yarn. This is on a 3mm needle. So I'm getting like a 26, 27 stitch gauge, but it makes really nice fabric, and it really makes the cables pop on it. So it was still looking even, I don't know, it looked, I know babies are tiny, but it was looking very small to me. So I followed the pattern down to the split, and then at the split, you were only supposed to cast on 1 or 2 stitches under the arm. So instead of doing that, I think I cast on 8, just for a little bit more in here. And under here, you were supposed to do it in reverse stocking stitch, but I thought, well, your bands in this are all in seed stitch. So I just did it in seed stitch because I think that looks better. And I don't, even though stocking stitch is easier to knit, I still think the seed stitch looks better. So I'm doing it in seed stitch down the side. So I'm actually quite liking this yarn. I'm hoping that it holds up. I've never used it before. But I think cotton's a perfect yarn for babies. And I think it does say that you can machine wash it, but I think you're just going to have to lay it flat to dry. Yeah. And this colorway is colorway 50, which is on one site, they call it mint, and on another site, they call it light ice blue. I think it looks kind of more like mint.
I thought it looked
like mint. It does definitely more green. Like if you see it in person, it's definitely
looking more blue on camera. But again, my teals looked blue. So definitely, I think it's more mint.
Anyway, fun knit. And yeah, so I got to get working on that because you never know. I mean, I don't think it's going to be any time, but it could be in the next couple of weeks. So
yes. Okay. I'm also working on something for baby, for Nina, and Noelle made these as well. These are the, the mini teddy slippers by Frida Rayberg. And I have only one done. So, but they're so cute. When Noelle showed them, they're the most adorable thing.
Adorable.
I said, yeah, I have to make those. So I think though that the yarn that you used, so I'm using, Noelle gave me enough of the boucle, and this is the Ashcroft boucle. Ashford boucle.
Yeah.
And so it's finer than the pattern calls for. So you hold it double. And then I'm also using the Drops Nord. I had some of the blush left over. And so you would hold a finger. You're supposed to use a DK in this pattern. So I'm holding a fingering double. Now, what I've figured out, like I can remember what Noelle's look like because I had those teeny tiny things in my hand, and I'm definitely getting much bigger gauge. I think the Drops Nord is a thicker fingering. Yeah. So if I was able to make the first size, and because my gauge is bigger, I'm actually getting something that's big enough for Nina. But I'm also noticing like that the little welt that's down here almost looks, I don't know if it looks okay, or it looks a little different than yours, but I think it's because the yarn is so thick. But ultimately, I don't really think it matters. I think it all works out. It's very cute little soul. She's not walking anywhere on these.
No.
Let's just be assured, right? And then it does say to put a little elastic in here. I don't know. Did you do that?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
You didn't? Well, you know what I ended up using? I got a hair tie.
I figured that, like in my case, that it's going to go on over the top of sleepers. So
right. So it does form a little casing, but I actually just put like a little stretchy hair tie in mine. So she does have a little bit of stretch there, but I only have one done. I don't have the second one done, and I'll probably finish the second one like in the next day or so, and then I'm shipping them out. So you won't see them as a finish. Hopefully the next time you see them, I'll have a picture of Nina wearing them, but I think they're very, very cute.
They are very cute.
It's an adorable little pattern. So highly recommend that. That would be really cute to make, like for a little baby layette.
Yeah, they are. They're cute. So, okay. So my next work in progress is the 21915 Winter's Night Enchantment by Drops Design. Don't know why I can't remember that name.
I don't know why. I can't imagine why.
Anyway, so this is for my son, whose birthday is today, and it is not done. But they were over on Easter Sunday, so I got him to try on what I had done. So here we are. Okay, my son is 6'2". So when he was over on Sunday, I got him to try it on, and I had tried it on Ross, and on Ross, I was at this point here. I've got a marker on it somewhere. Just got to find it. It's blending in. There it is. Okay, so the marker is up here, right? So I've got that much more. When I tried it on Ross, I thought I was ready to do this part here, like on Ross, but no, when I tried it on Curtis, I still had another 7 inches that I had to go on the body. So they were over for supper today because it's his and Isla's birthday today. So they were over for supper. So I did down to here, and I did the rib. I haven't cast off the rib yet in case I had to do it longer. And I got him to try it on, and it looks good where it is now. So I've got the sleeves left to do and bind off the bottom, but I also measured his sleeve length. I have to do 20 inches of sleeve on each side, 20 inches. But anyway, it's, I do really like it. Some changes that I made to the pattern, like Curtis is really tall, but he's not big around. Like he's not any bigger around than what Ross is. So his sweater looks like really long and slim. And he said one of the biggest problems that he's got when he goes to buy clothes is he can't find things with the sleeves long enough without it being like huge out here.
Right.
So I started out and increased where I started out like in the neck and stuff with doing the extra large, but I am probably like just in the large now for the body of the sweater. It's actually quite fun to knit, but you do have to do a lot of the calculations yourself because it's a drops pattern and it will just say like increase so many stitches around. So you've got to figure out where you're going to increase them. Yeah. And then because this part here, the yoke is quite deep, you split before you're actually doing all of the yoke, but they give instructions still to do increases in here. Well, if you're not in the yoke, you're not going to do those increases anymore. So then you've got to make sure when you get to each stitch pattern, each change in stitch pattern, that if it's a 4 stitch repeat, you've got to make sure you've got a stitch count divisible by 4. And then you move up to a 6. So you've got to make sure that that stitch count is divisible by 6. So you've kind of got to do some adjustments along the way. And then I also did the same thing down at the bottom, and it's a knit 2 purl 2 rib in the bottom of the sweater. And this pattern actually tells you to do those increases before you do the rib. Okay. Like they actually have you do a 20% increase in the stitches at the bottom of the sweater. So like I think I had 228 stitches. I increased to 264 stitches before I did the rib. And so went down
so much. That seems like a lot. But
you know how much knit 2 purl 2 rib pulls in a ton, right? So, and you can see it's still pulling in a little because it's stretched out on that needle. Yeah. But not nearly as much as it would have if I had just left it at the 228 stitches. So, and I do have lots of yarn. I actually thought I only had 2 more balls left, and I thought, oh, is that going to be like enough for each of the sleeves? Something, and probably not. But I went and checked. I actually had 4. So actually, when I was buying it, I did overbuy based on the fact that I knew how tall he was, and just when I got into knitting it, I didn't realize it was that.
I'm sensing this is a never have I ever, nor will I ever again.
Well, like on Easter, my son-in-law's going, well, would you do me just like a plain navy blue? I went, no. He goes, well, no.
No.
I'm not. I'm like, your wife knits, ask her.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, it's fun to knit. And you know what? The light stitch in the body really is effective, like with that dark green background and the cream color. And it actually makes it more interesting because you're not just doing round and round stocking stitch.
Mm-hmm.
So
now,
the
is
color
the sleeve plain, or are those that pattern on the sleeves?
It'll have pattern. It'll have this pattern down to where that ends, right? And then it's basically the same as the body.
Okay.
So, but that's okay. I will do it on. I'll be able to do it on the smaller circulars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that'll be fun. So the yarn that I'm using for this is the Barocco Vintage. So that's the worsted weight yarn. The colorways are spruce and buttercream. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to try and have that finished by next weekend. And hopefully I can get a picture of him in it. That might be a hard sell for him. But anyways, we'll try for that. And maybe a picture with me with him, so you can in retrospect see how tall he is.
All of that knitting, I think he can give you a picture for sure.
Anyway, he was very surprised when Rachel didn't tell him. Rachel watches, so she knew I was knitting it, and he was very surprised. In fact, he was like, "Isla, do you see? That's mine. Grandma made that for me." So, makes you feel good when it's appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So the next thing that I have is actually another test that I'm doing. This is a test sweater for Jennifer Shields Toland, and it is her Long Island iced tea, as in t-shirt tea. And I don't know, did I make a banner? I don't think I did. Sorry. Okay. I think we all know how to spell Long Island iced tea. And the pattern's not out yet, so you're going to hear me talk about this for a bit anyway. So I cast this on yesterday morning. I didn't have a chance to work on it today, but this is what I got done like yesterday. So like it does go along pretty quickly. And I even gauge swatched. I got gauge, recommended. And this is another pattern in her Riptide series. So this is a sleeve. It's a raglan construction. It's a very basic t-shirt shape. So a raglan construction, which will have the Riptide pattern. And then there's a couple of options for how you want to finish the neck and also finish the sleeves. And then the body of the t-shirt is just a plain basic stockinette. And then it finishes in a Riptide hem as well, all the way around the sweater. And I'm really enjoying it. I like a raglan construction, and we know how much we love the Riptide, so it wasn't too hard to convince me to hop on board for that one. And I already had the yarn. So this is, she is writing the pattern for the Sonder yarn fleece and flax, which was a 75% BFL, 25% linen. Feels great. It's really nice to work with as well. And I happen to have 2 skeins, which is exactly what I needed for the sweater. And this colorway is All of You, which I like the nameplate too. So anxious to have that. And yeah, I should have a lot more done on this by the time you see me next, if not finished, because really it's a pretty quick little knit. So I'll get back at this one tomorrow probably. Okay.
Okay, so my next whip is the Afra sweater by Irene Lynn. So this was a sweater that I did not know that I was going to cast on until the Friday before Knit City. So we made a stop at the Knitting Loft. Actually, we had an amazing week because we went to our friend Heather's. Well, actually, we met Heather at Galt House of Yarn. So we started off there. And then we had an absolutely lovely time. No, then we went to the Flying Squirrel.
Yes. And the good grocery store.
and the Good Grocery Store. And that's where I got the sweater, the yarn for the little baby sweater. And then we went to Heather's and we had an absolutely wonderful night at Heather's, knitting and chatting. And
We were
had lots of
spoiled.
fun.
Okay. We were just spoiled.
Yes,
She wouldn't
very
let us
spoiled.
do anything. She just kept telling
I
me to
know.
knit. She said,
I
get
know,
that sweater
and she kept
finished.
giving me wine, which I appreciated. Anyway, it was so much fun. And then the next day, before we even went to the hotel, we went to the knitting loft. So by the time we got to the hotel, I'd pretty much spent, not that I had a budget, but pretty much already
It would be silly to give you a budget.
Haul of yarn.
It would be silly to give you a budget.
This next project, they actually had a sample of this sweater done at the knitting loft. And here is a sample of the sweater at the knitting loft. They had it done in like a kind of like a muted dark rosy color. And I tried it on and absolutely fell in love with it. So
Yes.
the sweater is knit in Cardiff cashmere. So I had trouble picking out. First, I wanted the bright red, and then I was going to go to the pink, and then
There were several color changes.
I was like, yeah, I had them getting all different colors. So finally, I settled on this color, and it is color. It almost looks. Can you see that? Does that look like a tealy?
It
I think
is.
that's pretty close. So this is color 619, and what sealed it is this color is called Zoe. So then when I heard that, okay, that's the right color. So I've got. It's a really neat construction. So I do have it joined at the neck now. It's just got like a slight V-neck, but it's kind of got this like saddle shoulder detail here, but then it's hard to see in the dark colors, but then it kind of branches out. So I've already started like the increases for the sleeve, and I'm actually already into the part in the sleeve where you're doing that twisted stitch. So it's going to be like twisted rib that comes down into the sleeve, but this yarn is
The good thing you don't have 20-inch sleeves.
Well, they're going to be 20-inch sleeves around though. But anyways, this is the Cardiff cashmere. It's 100% Italian cashmere. They say it's a DK weight. I think it's more like a sport weight, like, because I don't think you'd want to knit it too loose. So I am actually knitting this on a I wrote it down here. I think it's a 3.25 millimeter needle. The tension is 26 or 27 stitches. Yeah, 3.25 millimeter. But I am loving the fabric that I'm getting, the feel of it. I already screwed up once and had to rip it back, and I could have maybe adjusted, and I thought, nope, this is cashmere. I'm going to do it right. So far, I'm doing the size 2, and I have not made any modifications. None.
There you go.
So far. And this, I don't think there was any modifications done in the one in the store, and I absolutely loved it. So
yes. Yeah, and it looked really good on you too.
Anyway, so I'm excited. I mean, obviously, by the time I get it done, it's probably going to be too warm to wear it this year, but that's okay. That's okay. So that was a whip, and that was a purchase, an acquisition.
Absolutely.
And I bought 11 balls to do the sweater. And when I looked at the pattern, I maybe could have gotten away with 10, but I just as soon have that extra ball. And if I have a ball left over, I'll do like a little Sophie scarf or something for the neck of it. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Okay. That's all the.
Okay. I have one more.
Okay.
Because I just could not get this pattern out of my mind. I couldn't get it out of my mind. It wouldn't leave me alone. I had to cast it on. And I think I was doing that sweater for Curtis, and I was doing other things. And I thought, no, I just want to cast this on. So I did cast it on. So this is the Trail Magic Socks by Summer Lee. And let me just show you a picture. So this is what they look like. So I talked about the minis in the two toasted tees that I did. So I had minis left over, and Little Red Mitten was kind enough to let me keep the minis from the one that I did for their sample. So I'm using that.
Definitely need socks to match that.
Look at.
Oh, so fun.
It looks so good. I am so happy. It's bringing me, knitting this is bringing me so much joy. That's all I can say. So these, the colors here and the colors here are the minis that were left over. So this is not the minis that were left over for my sweater, the one that I showed earlier. These were from the one that I did in the Morning Glory colorway.
Yes.
So
yeah, I was going to say, those aren't your colors.
No,
okay.
No. So the colors are, what's that green color called? Don't ask me or don't tell me or
Is it Don't Talk to Me?
don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
It's don't talk to me. So don't talk to me. Then it is Tranquil, Barbie Girl. And then down here, we've got Pink Flamenco, Lava Lamp, and Rosie. And I am having so much fun with this. I started this sock last night. I have not been able to put it down. I can't put it down. It just is bringing me so much joy. So the top is started off with a little tiny bit of the Tranquil. And then you do your color work here. And then you go into this beautiful cable pattern and then back into the color work. So what I'm going to do is I've got this color at the top. I've got the pinks in the middle, and I'm going to go back to this color combination for the band that's around the toe. But I mean, I will still have some of these mini left even after I'm done that. Like that's how far the minis go.
Maybe you could use them in on your tiny sock.
But wouldn't that look good in a sweater? Like, wouldn't a sweater look good like that?
Well,
Like,
yes,
with
it would.
this,
And
this.
dare I say that, yes, it might look good. And if I could just show this that I bought at the Galt House of Yarn. Yes.
Anyway,
I think
I'm
those
so
colors
happy
would
with
look
this.
very good. Look at that. I mean, those are the colors I bought, right? So
anyway, summer lease pattern. There's variations in the pattern. You can do it. She's got one of the color work motifs that's a little bit longer. So if you just want to do color work up at the top, you could do that. And then it just goes into the rib sock. So you do change our stitch counts. I started at the top with my regular stitch count. I think it starts with a 64 stitch sock, but then it varies when you get to the color work and the cables. And you do the rib on a 2.25, and then it said to move to a 2.75. I only moved to a 2.5 because a 64 stitch sock is almost a little big for me, even though I knit tight. So I do the 2.5. I go to a 2.5 mini circular for this. Then I go to 2.5 16s for the cable. Then I go back to the 2.25 circular, and then back to the two cables. So it's been a lot of fun. I can't wait to get the color work band in at the bottom to see what it looks like. But yeah, the little bit of color work is so simple, but even this little bit here where you just have the three colors, it's just so effective. Like even just doing something like that at the top of the sock would be
good. Yeah.
So my main color that I'm using here, this is actually Barocco vintage sock, and this colorway is called Tide Pool. So I looked at it. It's funny because the colors came together. I was actually upstairs, and these were leftover bits and pieces that I was putting away. And I thought, no, I have to put those. I have to put that on a needle. So that's what I did, and I'm having a lot of fun with it.
A lot of fun.
Yeah,
very good.
So much fun. So that's it. That's all I've been working on.
Okay.
Okay. So, did you buy anything?
I did. And I'm looking at the time. We're at an hour and a half. Should we keep going or hold on? Let's quickly go through it, I guess.
Quickly go through it because I've already knit most of mine.
Okay. If people are too tired, they can tune out, I guess, and watch it later. But okay. So as we said, we shopped our way to Knit City, and so we stopped at the Galt House of Yarn first, and I think I just got these. So I got a sweater quantity of. So again, the Makealongs yarn. This Noelle had this in her hand, and I really like the way it felt. This is the Saga. It's 100% lamb's wool. It's oh so soft, and I think it's going to feel great. So it has the same, I'm thinking like the thickness of like the whole super soft, but it's definitely very, very soft. Okay. And then instead of pairing it with a mohair, they have this here that I really like, the Surrey alpacas. And this is the Estelle Whisper, which is the same yardage as a fingering weight skein. So I got a sweaters quantity in the navy, but I really am into green lately, specifically this bright green. So I bought just a skein of each of these in contrast. I don't know what sweater I'm going to do, but the main sweater will be navy, and it's going to have some pops of this green. And the green is the Sandnes Garn Sunday, and it's one of the petite knit colorways.
Okay.
So I'm just really into this green right now, and it paired really well with another one of the mohairs from Tilia, the Tilia brand, and I think that that's going to be a really good sweater. And I don't, like I said, I don't know which sweater. We talked about a Tolsta. I got enough to do a long sleeve sweater though, and it could be that, it could end up being something else, but it's just mostly the colors that I was going for. So that was my first purchase on the way.
Okay, so at Galt is that all you got at Galt?
Other than the turquoise mohair, which
Okay.
you already saw. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so at Galt, I got a couple of skeins of, again, they are a big Phil Kalana supplier, and I don't know that I've seen Phil Kalana anywhere else other than when I was in Copenhagen. So I got 2 skeins of this. So this is the Phil Kalana Merci, and it is, let's see here, 50% wool, 50% cotton. So what I actually got this for is to do another little baby romper, because I think it would be really cute in that color, but I think I'm going to do this one a little bit bigger and probably a sleeveless one. So I got 2 skeins of that to try out. This colorway is color 610. I believe on their website it might be called Toffee or something. When I'm actually knitting with it, I'll look up what the color's called and tell you what the color's called here. And I've got things in different bags here too that we were given. So this is the one bag that I was given by Isabel. Thank you, Isabel. So this says, "Dear Yarn, I think about you all the time. Sincerely, me." I think I'm going to put that sock in here.
Yes. You wake up thinking about it. I bet you do.
That's right. But I did. I woke up this morning and I'm like, I got to get that pink and I want to see what that pink looks like. Anyway, so I also got a sweater quantity of the Saga. And there is the colorway that I got. And I got this gorgeous mohair to go with it. So I don't know yet what sweater. There was actually a sweater on the Phil Kalana website. And if you go to the Phil Kalana website, they actually have a lot of free patterns that showcase their yarns. So there was a pattern on there. I can't remember the name of it offhand, but that I thought would be perfect for that. So that's the Tilia mixed with the Saga. And the Saga is almost like a little bit like it would be really good for color work. Like it's not scratchy, but you can tell it's woolly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I think it's the lamb's wool, right? So it's so soft. It reminds me a lot of the Biche and Bouche petite lamb's wool. It feels, it's got a good feel to it.
And then their mohair is a 70-30 mohair. So, okay.
Since you were talking about the bag, this was holding the sweater, my test knit, but this was my saying. I'm just a girl standing in front of her ends, asking them to weave themselves. And I think that she got that because I was very close to finishing my Florence sweater when she saw this bag, and she was thinking about all the weaving of the ends, which I did have done before I wore it. So, okay. Then
I just have a question about the cast on. For this particular one, the pattern actually tells you to knit. You do the cast on and then you knit 2 rows, and then it tells you how to switch to your other color. So.
Okay. And then we went to, and I'm realizing now something is missing, but I don't know where I put it. We went to the Flying Squirrel, and because I was worried I might run out of things to knit at Knit City, I decided, I don't know where my mind is sometimes, but anyway, I really liked the colors in this Regia yarn. And so it is a self-striping, but again, it's got all of these pops of color that I really, really like. And I ended up buying, so I did cast it on. I think it's in a bag somewhere else. So I bought a Yavol ball of yarn as well. And it's in that teal color again. So this is, I don't know what the pattern is going to be yet, but what I wanted, I was worried that I wouldn't have something that didn't need a pattern to work on at Knit City should I have the opportunity. I don't know what I was thinking, because I cast this on, I got it onto needles. I might have 2 or 3 rows done, and there it sits. there it sits. There was no time. There was no time. So,
And that was my purchase at the Flying Squirrel.
yes. And yours is done.
And I did cast it on. I did cast it on in bed on Friday night.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I had cast on the cashmere one and it was too dark and I couldn't concentrate on it. So I had to go to something lighter.
Okay.
Okay.
So that got us through. And then the next day, so we went to the knitting loft and I did get something there too. I bought, this was a new yarn for me and I have a sweater's quantity in it. So this is Sunny Linen. Is it Majo? How do you say that?
Mayo, I think.
Mayo. Okay. So this is the Sunny Linen and the color is khaki. So this one is a really dark army green. And the makeup of this is really interesting to me. And I think I have one where the content is, oh no, there it is. So it's 50% linen, 27% baby alpaca, 18% cotton, and 5% merino wool. So it has, I believe it will have the drape of a linen garment, but not the really stiff feel that sometimes it's hard to work with linen. This is very soft and I'm really happy with it. So I have no pattern in mind. It'll be a summer tee of some sort when I get to it. But I really like the color. So that's what I got there.
Okay. And at the Knitting Loft, I bought my cashmere. They have an absolute beautiful selection of Cardiff cashmere. They have one ball out, but then they will go and look for you to see what they've got. So they do have it in sweater quantities. And
they have a whole
if I like this much as I think I'm going to like it, I'm thinking that there could be more cashmere sweaters in my future, but we shall see. So the other thing that I got there, and I've actually got that in this new bag that Julia made for all of us. And it's an absolutely beautiful bag. The detail and the workmanship in it, I just can't even. It's gorgeous. And then she's got her little tag on here that says made by Julia. It's got pockets on the inside. It's got pockets on the outside, zippered pocket on the inside. So absolutely spectacular.
And
so
I just
in here.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, in here, I've got the other item that I got at the Knitting Loft, and that is this one ball of Dye Gilpin. I have done a sweater in Dye Gilpin. I did the Calm Down Cardigan by Lily Kate France in the Flame colorway. So I have some of that left. I've got there's a pink color called Thrift. There's a green color called Chartreuse. And then I've got this hazelnut color as a background, and paired with this, I'm going to put it together to do the stripe hype sweater by Kuda Fakika. And the colors look like the kind of like the pecan hickory color just looks so nice in the background. And then all the brights for the stripes, I think will look really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I absolutely love this yarn. So that is what I got along with my cashmere, that's what I got at the Knitting Loft.
And this was my bag from Julia as well. And beautiful. Again, so it's just beautiful. And as Noelle said, like I can't even believe like how much work that even went to the inside of this. And when I opened this up, oh hey, look, there's that skein of yarn that I was talking about with the there it is, the pitiful little 5 rows of 2x2 for a sock. But so that's the colorway that we have there. But again, this bag, this was like such a little I know. Beautiful treat from Julie. And it's really nice because if you do want to use it as a purse and a knitting bag, it's just the proper size to get a nice small project in there. And yeah, you're away at the races.
Yeah.
Very lovely.
So thank you, Julia.
Thank you so much.
Okay. And this is before we even got to Knit City. So moving on to Knit City.
Okay. Which I actually surprisingly did not buy very much at. So this will not take very long. But
neither did I actually. But the first thing that we got there, and I think you've got yours too, Kelly, are these bags.
Yes.
That were made for us by our friend Sandy, who also has done bags for our podcast for us. And Sandy is just amazing. Like I don't know how many of these she's made, probably like 20 or more. And she's got all of our names on them. So we've each got our own bag with our name on it. There's pockets on the front. There's pockets on the back. There's little charms on the zippers.
Our name tags.
On the back, our name tags. On the back, she's got the
straps.
Little strap that if you're going somewhere, this will actually fit over your luggage handle, so you don't have to carry it as well. So, and then she's got Knit City Toronto on here, and I know she made us these the last time we were, not last time in Montreal, but the time before, and I have used that bag so much. And she does a vinyl bottom on it
across the country with me. Yes.
Yep. So you can take it with you when you go to the park. You don't have to worry about setting it down on the grass if it's wet, because you've got a vinyl bottom down here that you can just wipe off if it gets a little bit wet or a little bit dirty, and it fits so much
stuff.
Yeah. And we didn't even fill it.
No, we did
well,
not.
It was full on the way. It was full on the way home, just with everything from the weekend. So thank you so much to Sandy, and Cher had put little stickers in here, and I think she helped Sandy out with them. So thank you so much. These bags are so appreciated and so nice to take to a knitting festival with you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay. I mentioned that we had gotten some yarn from Julene as well. So she had these hat samples in there, and this is her Surrey fluff, right? So she also did these half skeins, and she had some hats done up where she paired it even like with a this again, the green, and she had it paired like with a dark green, and just the way the little pops of color came through, it just looks so luxurious and beautiful. So I bought a couple of skeins, no plans for them, but they're going to obviously pair and be held together with something. And I just think the colors are really, really beautiful. Again, green. Green. I'm deep into the green right now. And your colors are gorgeous too.
Yeah, so this base is called Little Aura. So it is 75% baby Surrey alpaca and 25% mulberry silk. It's 25 grams, 210 meters. So this colorway is called Hawk's Eye. And it's that tealy blue that I seem to be into lately. And then this color, I could not resist, because it is called Never Have I Ever. So I will definitely never have I ever knit with Never Have I Ever.
And mine is Moon Glass, which is beautiful. And also I have
Isabel, I had so much fun helping you buy yarn. Isabel said the reason I didn't buy so much at Knit City is because I made her buy it all.
And this one is Plume de Paillon.
And it's so soft.
Absolutely. It is. And I used her Aura in my Alpenglow sweater. And that was that. I had the caramel creme brulee was the color. And it was that like beautiful rustic orangey toffee color. And it felt so good in my hands. And so I have it around the neck and around the cuffs in that sweater. And I absolutely love it. So I know I will be happy with a hat in it as well. And then I see you're wearing your earrings.
I am. So these are, I don't know how to do this.
I'll show
see it? Am I doing it right? See
yeah.
It?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got these little earrings at Gemma Boutique. And we had gotten them one other year just in plain colors, but this year she had the little dip dyed ones that were just like so cute. So
yeah. And I got the gradient green ones. Again, green.
Well, I was wearing this, and I wanted to wear them with my sweater, so that's why I got these ones. And then we also got these.
Yes.
So these are little necklaces that were made for us by Ruth and Lindsay. So they're like the little glass vials, but they've used toothpicks and whittled them down to make them into little knitting needles, and then they've got yarn wrapped around them, and then pop them into this little jar and on a chain, and they're just so cute. Like I never would have thought of doing something like that, but they're really, really cute. In fact, I don't even know how to do it. I'm going, Ross, how did they get those in there? How did they get those knitting needles in there?
I just saw mine, and now I can't see it. I was going to show it because mine is a different color. Sorry, I'll have to show it another time. I'll be wearing it. Yeah, so that was really lovely. And then the other thing that I got, so we stopped at the Art Feed Bar of Tricot booth, and they have this. And this is black light responsive yarn. The neps are, okay? And this colorway is called Watermelon Tequila. And I bought it, Noelle bought it, Julia bought it.
Isabel bought it.
Isabel bought it. Is there anybody else that we know that
Did
bought
Amy
it?
buy it? Did Amy buy it? Amy bought it.
Amy bought it, I think, yes. So I did take, so the plan is, I'll show you this. The plan is the
Yes, you did.
Jaunty shawl by Andrea Mowry, and they had it knit up in the booth, and so we couldn't resist. It's just
Yep.
like the coziest, fluffiest, softest thing against skin. So yes.
I even
So-
have one rolled, but I haven't started it yet.
Oh, you rolled it? I haven't done anything with mine yet. But
So
that was
yeah, so mine is called Royal Peach. But I thought it would be a perfect like summer shawl for in the evening because the colors, and it's got little wee neps of colors and all the other colors that I like to wear, like the dark coral and the green. Yeah, just really pretty. So, and then a few other little things that we both got. Amy had gotten us these little stitch marker sets from, it's from the knitted, just a minute, the Knitted Butterfly. And these are all, Amy is from Minnesota. So these are all little symbols of Minnesota. And I thought it was really neat that one of the symbols of Minnesota is the loon, which is also, I don't know if it's an Ontario symbol or just Muskoka, but I know we have a lot of loons here in Ontario. And then it's got, I believe that's the little dogwood flower, I think. Amy, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. And there's like a pine cone and a little piece of a type of mineral that's found there, and then a little outline of the state. But really, really cute little stitch markers. I don't even want to take them out of the package.
No, mine
because
are
they look so
already
cute.
upstairs. I did open them up because they're so pretty. I had them on some things upstairs. And I did just find my little vial from Lindsay and Ruth too. And I have, of course, I have green in mine too. So very clever.
And then we also got these little stitch markers that are the cherry blossom. And these were from one of our viewers. And I know it's Dr. Do you remember?
Joyce. Dr. Joyce Knits.
So yeah, and it's just so pretty. It's that pale pink color. And then Carrie had given us these little bags, which we showed before, but she also had little stitch markers in here.
Yeah.
And we should all of us in the whole world have one of these. It says, keep calm and carry yarn.
Carry yarn.
I
Absolutely.
also thought you could get one that says keep calm and knit on.
Knit on. Yes. There we go.
So, and then I got some little hedgehog stitch markers in here. I believe this is to put your needles in. Am I correct?
Or cords to
Cords, yes. Oh,
yeah.
yes, to organize your cords.
Mhm.
Yeah, and just like a little 2026, little crowns, just like people were so nice, so kind. It was a lot of fun. It was a good festival.
There was mine is upstairs with
I had my little heart from Cindy.
from Cindy.
Mine's already hanging up like high that I can't reach it to get it down, but it's already hanging up. And I already ate my saltwater taffy. That was first night. But thank you to everybody that stopped by and said hello.
I've got one
and
more
came
yarn.
and chatted with us. Oh, okay.
I've got one more yarn. So this was from Perluette, and bought some of her stuff last year. Haven't knit with it yet, but this I was really interested in. So, did I get one without a label? Yeah. Well, now that's not good. Do you remember what the makeup was of this?
Does it not say on that? There's a little thing on the inside of the comb. Does it not say on that?
Oh, maybe yes. So it's 85% merino and 15% linen, hemp. It's in French. I have to translate. It's in hemp, and it's almost undyed, but it's very, very fine yarn. Very fine yarn, but it pairs beautifully with this which is a mohair.
Yeah.
And we had seen a sweater at another booth, at the Sonder booth, which I don't remember the name of the sweater, but I have it photographed, so I will know. And I really liked it. And it's that neutral sweater that I always say, oh, I don't want to knit a neutral sweater because it's not exciting, but I want to have a neutral sweater. And I really, really, really fell in love with the sweater. And so I bought a sweater quantity of these 2 yarns to do that with. And I think I'll be more than good. This is a huge skein of yarn, or cone of yarn, but it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I even have, in fact, I think it's right here. Maybe it's not. Because what I bought last year from her, oh, it's right here. I bought, and I wanted to look at this when I got home. I bought this metallic red. And I don't know, it might be too much color, but I even got thinking I could probably have held that in there as well. Like this one is, it's so delicate. Like it looks like a dark color, but it's honestly so very delicate. So I might have to actually
do a swatch.
I might do a swatch just to see, because like you can see this is like thread weight.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But it's a metallic. It might look very nice. I mean, it might not look good at all, but it might look very nice. So I might play with that too. Put that back in the same bag so I don't forget that thought.
Okay, so Amy's saying that this little flower is the lady slipper orchid, and that's the state flower of Minnesota. And yes, you're right, Isabel. I should have remembered that. That of course the loon is Canada's bird. It's on the loonie and the toonie.
Yes.
So,
and
anyway,
Isabel is
but
picking out hearts, and my heart is on my bag upstairs. I put it right on my purse. So
yeah, mine's on my bag down here too. So, but yeah, so yeah, it was good. Like the festival was fun. I know we didn't see half of the booths, the booths or the stalls. Like the first day was crazy. It was so busy in there, and there were a few little hiccups with some of the things at the festival. The lineup to get in was quite long the first day, and the lineup for the food booths was quite long. And unfortunately, the hotel was beautiful, but unfortunately there were not a whole lot of food options available close by. Even coffee shops. I mean, I believe there was a coffee shop there, but it was closed on the Sunday. I don't know if it was closed on the Saturday or not.
You're talking about the Starbucks outside?
Yeah.
No, that was closed both days.
Was it closed Saturday and Sunday? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
So
yeah, but there were some really nice things about it. Like it was
it was a beautiful hotel.
A new venue this year. So it's at the Enercare Center, which is a huge venue. And so it was very spacious. There was lots of room. I felt that the aisles had lots of space. And this year, one of the things that I really liked, the new people, the emerging artists that were at Knit City. I know that the last time they were at a festival, they were not only in a separate room, they were actually on a separate floor. And I think a lot of people maybe didn't even get a chance to see them or to visit their booths. So this time they were actually right center of the show. They were the center aisle, and they had like the widest aisle on either side of them. So I think that they had really good exposure, which is fantastic for them. If they were sort of just starting out and wanting to see if Knit City was for them. So I think that they got good foot traffic.
Yeah. Yeah, it was that way. I did find that there were, even though some of the booths were quite crowded, there was quite a lot of room in the aisle. So you never felt like in the aisle that you were really squished in. We spent the first couple of hours on the Saturday in the Leo and Roxy booth, and that was a lot of fun. We got to meet and talk to a lot of people, and it was good. So, and then Sunday we really weren't there for too long. It was quite a lot less busy on Sunday. So if you really wanted to get into the booths and really have a good look around, Sunday was a good day to go and do that. It was a good weekend overall. So
it was a great weekend, and it was nice to catch up with friends.
With friends, that's right.
Yeah, and we did find a nice little area up on the second floor that we all got to hang out and knit. And again, I had photos from there and I couldn't find them on my phone. I don't know if they got emailed to me or what. So I have to do a search mission on that. But we had taken a couple of photos down there as well. So it was
Oh yeah,
pretty
we
good
did.
setup.
We had photos with our Julia bags. We had photos with our Sandy bags.
Bags, yes.
So I know, I think I took like 1 or 2 photos all weekend. I just was enjoying the weekend.
Yes.
So,
Mhm.
but yeah, so I know it was a long one tonight. So thank
Very
you
long.
for sticking with us. We will be back again in 2 weeks, just before Flock Together.
Is it before Flock Together?
Mhm.
Because that's what I wanted to. We were going to mention that. I didn't know if it was
It
before.
is the Tuesday before Flock Together.
Okay, so Flock Together, just a quick little refresher, is a little event that is hosted by the Little Red Mitten, and it is in St. Thomas, and it is starts on Friday and goes until Sunday, and it's at the Holiday Inn, and
I think it's
they have
Holiday Inn Express.
Holiday Inn Express, yes. So they have a large room that is rented where we just get to hang out and spend some time, and then there's some fun things there that we do. I think, I mean, last time they do this twice a year, and last time there was a put and take table and people bring snacks, and really it's just a lovely weekend to get together with friends. And Noelle is going to be going for the first time every year.
I am.
This
Is my first time. I'm always away.
You're always away. So she'll be here this time. And so there's a group of us heading down from Sarnia. We'll be staying at the hotel. And I know that even Miss Isabel is coming from Montreal.
Yes, she is.
Wait. So yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. And we're really looking forward to it. So if you're in the area, even if you can't come for the whole weekend, if you can just pop in for a couple of hours, you can contact the store. They have the tickets for that. It's very inexpensive. And we would love to see you. And yeah, it's
I mean, I haven't been there, but from what I've heard, it's very similar to what we do when we're in Chicago, where it's basically you just get to knit all weekend with your friends. There's no rules, there's no expectations, there's no timetables. So,
and I think Susan and Tracy are driving up too, and Ruth and Lindsay will be there. So yeah, it's I'm really looking forward to it. It's a lovely weekend, and it's close by for us. It's not that far away. So it's just really nice. And I think Friday night we'll be at the Little Red Mitten for their knit night. And yeah.
Okay. So we hope that you all have an amazing week. We hope that the weather is good wherever you are, that you get lots of crafting time in, and we will see you in 2 weeks. So take care and happy knitting.
Absolutely.